Greetings, chosen one. Today, we stand at the threshold of something truly divine. The journey that awaits you is one of transformation, one that will take you from the depths of uncertainty to the heights of purpose. It is a divine calling, a journey of faith that leads you closer to the heart of God and to the destiny He has prepared for you. The Lord has spoken, and His message is clear. I will restore to you what was lost. This is not just a verse, it is a divine decree. Yes, you heard correctly. Chosen one. You are called to embrace your purpose, to walk in the fullness of God's plan, and to become the person you were always meant to be. In the midst of the struggles, the pain, and the confusion that life often brings, there is a call to rise above. This call is not just a whisper, but a mighty declaration from the Creator of the universe. It is a call to restore what was lost, to bring healing to the broken, and to step into the destiny that God has destined for you. The time has come for you to embrace the transformative power of God's love and to trust in the fact that He has a divine purpose for your life, one that is far beyond what you could ever imagine. You may wonder, what does this mean for me? How do I know that I am part of this divine plan? The answer lies in your heart, in your spirit, and in the unique qualities that God has placed inside you. From the very beginning, God created you with purpose, with a destiny in mind that only you can fulfill. This journey will not always be easy. There will be moments of doubt, of fear, and of uncertainty. But understand this, chosen one, God has already equipped you with everything you need to walk this path. You are not alone in this journey. You are walking hand in hand with the Creator, and He is leading you every step of the way. As you reflect on the words of this divine decree, remember that the journey you are about to embark on is one of great significance. The call to walk in God's purpose is not just about finding fulfillment for yourself. It is about becoming a vessel for God's love, a beacon of hope and light for others. Your life is not just about your own success, but about making a difference in the world around you. Just as the light of Christ shone into the world, you are called to let your light shine in a world that desperately needs it. This call is also a call to healing. When God says He will restore what was lost, He is not only speaking to your external circumstances, but to your very soul. Many of us have experienced loss, whether it be the loss of relationships, opportunities, dreams, or even parts of ourselves. But chosen one, God is in the business of restoration. He specializes in taking what was broken and making it whole again. He takes the ashes of your past and transforms them into beauty. This is the power of divine restoration, a power that is available to you now. The first step in this journey of restoration is to embrace the fact that God has a divine plan for you. This is not just an abstract idea. It is a reality that has been written into the very fabric of your being. Your life has purpose. No matter what you have gone through, no matter the mistakes or failures you may have experienced, God has not abandoned you. He has been with you every step of the way, and He has already prepared the way for your healing, growth, and transformation. Saint Francis of Assisi, a man who lived fully in the embrace of God's will, is an example of someone who stepped into divine purpose. His life was not without struggle. In fact, he faced many challenges, financial struggles, a loss of status, and the rejection of others. Yet, despite these hardships, Saint Francis remained faithful to the divine calling on his life. He knew that God's purpose was greater than any earthly challenge, and he chose to follow that purpose with unwavering faith. You are called to do the same, chosen one. Just like Saint Francis, you are called to embrace your divine purpose, even in the face of adversity. This divine purpose will bring restoration to your soul, to your life, and to those around you, it will open doors of opportunity and will lead you to places you never thought possible. But most importantly, it will bring you into a closer relationship with God, where you will find peace, purpose, and joy beyond measure. The first step is to fully accept that God's purpose for you is bigger than anything you could have planned for yourself. We often try to fit our lives into a mold, to control the outcome of every situation, but God's plan is not like our own. His ways are higher, His thoughts are beyond our comprehension. The key is to surrender your plans to Him, to trust that His purpose for you is far greater than anything you could imagine. The second step is to align yourself with God's will. This means seeking His guidance in everything you do, from the smallest decisions to the biggest ones. It means listening to His voice and being willing to follow where He leads. In the quiet moments, when you feel unsure or uncertain, God is there, ready to guide you. He does not leave you alone in this journey. As you walk in faith, you will find that His will becomes clearer and His path will be illuminated before you. This divine purpose is not just a personal journey, it is also about others. Just as St. Francis's life touched countless lives, your life, too, will have an impact on others. You are meant to be a light in this world, to share the love and hope of God with those around you. When you embrace your divine purpose, you will find that your life becomes a reflection of God's love, and that in turn, others will be drawn to that light. The time for transformation is now. Chosen one, the Lord is calling you to step into your divine purpose, to embrace the restoration He has prepared for you. It is a journey of faith, of trust, and of surrender. It is a journey that will lead you to healing, to joy, and to a deeper relationship with God. Trust in His plan, for it is greater than anything you could ever imagine. Embrace the divine purpose He has for you, and step into the future He has already prepared. You are ready, chosen one. God has equipped you with everything you need to walk this path. Trust in His timing, trust in His provision, and trust that He is leading you into a future filled with purpose, peace, and joy. Chosen one, as you embark on this divine journey, it is essential to understand that transformation does not happen overnight. There is a rhythm, a pace that you must follow. It is God's rhythm. This divine timing is not just about waiting. It is about preparation. It is about being made ready for the incredible work that God has already set in motion. It is about aligning yourself with His plan for your life, trusting in His process, and having faith in the perfect unfolding of what is to come. As you begin to embrace your calling, you will find that your life will not always follow the pattern you expected. You might feel like you are being led in circles, or you might wonder why certain doors are closing. But chosen one, the Lord knows exactly what He is doing. Every step you take, every delay you experience, and every challenge you face is part of the divine process that leads you closer to your destiny. Trust that He is orchestrating every moment of your life for a purpose. Saint Francis of Assisi is a prime example of someone who walked in divine timing, even when it seemed like his path was unclear. His life was filled with moments of uncertainty and seemingly impossible obstacles. Yet he remained faithful to God's calling. He trusted that God's timing would bring him exactly where he needed to be, at exactly the right moment. Saint Francis was willing to wait, to be still, to be shaped by God's will, and in doing so, he became a living example of faith in action. You are called to do the same. The life of faith is not about rushing forward, trying to force things to happen according to your own timetable. It is about submitting to God's will and trusting that His timing is always perfect. The path that God has prepared for you might not make sense at first. It may seem slow or even frustrating at times. But each step, each moment, is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Divine timing is about learning to let go of control. You may have ideas about how your life should unfold, but God knows best. His ways are far greater than anything you could ever imagine. In His perfect wisdom, He knows when to open doors and when to close them. He knows when to push you forward and when to hold you back. And every moment of waiting is an opportunity for you to grow, to be shaped, and to prepare for what is to come. The key to walking in God's timing is patience. Patience is not a passive state. It is an active, intentional choice to trust God, even when you do not understand His methods. When you face moments of delay or discouragement, remember that God is using those moments to refine you, to teach you, and to prepare you for the incredible work ahead. Saint Francis did not become the man we know and admire overnight. His journey was long, and it was filled with challenges, but through it all, he trusted that God was leading him to something greater. In the same way, God is preparing you for greatness. His timing in your life is not random, and it is not haphazard. Every moment is filled with purpose. When you walk in alignment with His will, you are walking in divine timing, and divine timing always leads to transformation. It is also important to recognize that God's timing is often not our own. We live in a world that values instant gratification, where everything is expected to happen quickly, but the Lord works in ways that transcend time. His perspective is eternal, and His timing is beyond our understanding. Trusting in God's timing means surrendering the need for immediate answers, immediate solutions, and instead embracing His perfect plan. As you walk this path, you will encounter moments of frustration, moments when it feels like nothing is happening. You may wonder why God hasn't answered your prayers yet, or why certain things haven't come to pass. But in those moments, remember that God's timing is always worth the wait. He knows what you need and when you need it, and He is preparing you for the very moment that He will release His plan into your life. Saint Francis was no stranger to this kind of waiting. His patience and trust in God's timing were key to the amazing work that he did in his lifetime. In those moments of waiting, take heart. God is refining your character. He is preparing your heart. He is making you into the vessel that He needs you to be to fulfill your purpose. You are being equipped with everything you need, and every delay is an opportunity to grow in faith, patience, and trust. God is making you ready for the next season of your life. Trust in the process, chosen one. The waiting is not wasted time. It is God's workshop, where He shapes your heart, strengthens your spirit, and prepares you for what is to come. There is no mistake in God's plan. You are right where you need to be. As you continue to walk in His divine timing, remember that He sees the bigger picture. He is preparing you for the next season of your life, one that will be filled with new opportunities, new challenges, and new blessings. God is faithful, and His promises are true. He will complete the work He has started in you. And when the time is right, when you are ready, He will release you into the fullness of your calling. Saint Francis did not know what the future held, but he trusted that God's plan for him would unfold in the right time. His faith in God's timing allowed him to live a life of great impact. And in the same way, you are called to live a life that reflects the greatness of God's plan for you. Trust His timing, even when you cannot see what lies ahead. The journey may not always be easy, but it is always worth it. In the coming days, look for signs of God's timing in your life. Trust that He is working everything together for your good. Even when it feels uncertain, your transformation is happening, and it is happening according to His divine plan. Walk in faith, knowing that God's perfect timing will bring you exactly where you need to be. Chosen one, as you stand at the precipice of your divine transformation, the journey ahead may seem unclear. You may be looking out at the unknown, wondering what lies ahead, and feeling the weight of uncertainty. But let me remind you, true faith requires stepping into the unknown. You've been called to something greater, something outside of your comfort zone, and though it may be uncomfortable, it is also where your faith will flourish. Think about the story of Abraham, called by God to leave everything behind and venture into the unknown. Genesis 12, 1-3. God didn't give Abraham the entire blueprint, just the command, "Go to the land I will show you." Abraham's obedience to leave the familiar and step into the unknown resulted in blessings too numerous to count. He had to step out in faith, not knowing exactly what the future held, but trusting that God's plan was greater than anything he could imagine. The same is true for you. The path God has prepared for you isn't meant to be walked in fear or hesitation. Stepping into your divine calling requires courage, a courage that comes from knowing that God has already gone before you, clearing the way. He is your shield, your protector, and your provider. And while the road may not always be easy or straight, He will be there, guiding your every step. You may feel the urge to hesitate, to look back at the life you once knew. You may wonder if it's worth the risk to move forward without knowing exactly what awaits you. But hear this, God is not calling you to a life of mediocrity or complacency. He is calling you to walk by faith, not by sight. He is calling you to walk into the greatness He has prepared for you. This is a step of faith, and it's the only way to truly live out His purpose for your life. When you step into the unknown, you are actively choosing to live by trust. And let me be clear, this trust isn't blind. It's trust rooted in the truth that God is faithful, that His promises never fail, and that He has already equipped you with everything you need to succeed. He has not abandoned you, and He will not lead you into a place where His power cannot sustain you. But what does this step of faith look like? It means trusting God even when the facts don't seem to align. It means obeying His call even when it feels risky. It means living in the tension of the unknown while knowing deep down that you are fully equipped for what lies ahead. God will not call you to something without giving you the strength, wisdom, and resources to walk through it. Trusting God in the unknown also means letting go of your own plans. It means laying down your desires, your comfort, and your sense of control. You may have thought you had your life all figured out, but God is calling you to something that will stretch you beyond what you can see. This might involve stepping out of your current circumstances, relationships, or even a place of familiarity, but know that in each step, He will be there, ready to guide and support you. There is freedom in obedience. When you walk in faith, trusting that God will show you the way, you open yourself up to the fullness of His plans for your life. The future you've always dreamed of is on the other side of this act of courage. As you move forward, trusting His guidance, you will start to see the way become clearer. Doors will open. Where once there were walls, opportunities will appear that you never imagined possible. And even in the midst of uncertainty, you will discover that God's presence will be your constant companion. He will provide clarity when you need it, peace when you are anxious, and courage when you are afraid. Remember, His word says in Isaiah 41:10, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This is His promise to you, chosen one. You are never alone, and His strength will be made perfect In your weakness, stepping into the unknown is a spiritual act of surrender. It is in the moments of uncertainty that you will experience God's faithfulness in ways that you never have before. It's when you don't have all the answers that you will witness His provision. It's in the midst of the unknown that your relationship with Him will deepen, because you will rely on Him in ways you never have. You are called to trust, to believe, and to act even when the path is not clear. God is calling you to move forward with confidence. The unknown is not something to fear, but something to embrace, because it is in the unknown that God will do His greatest work in you. As you step forward in faith, remember that the journey will always be worth it. The destination may not be clear to you now, but trust that God has already prepared the way. So, step boldly into the unknown. Trust that God is with you every step of the way. Don't allow fear or doubt to hold you back from the greatness He has prepared for you. Remember, the same God who parted the Red Sea for Moses, who guided Abraham, and who walked with David through the wilderness, is the same God who is walking with you. He has already made a way, and your trust in Him will lead you to unimaginable blessings and opportunities. Keep moving forward with courage, for the best is yet to come. Chosen one, the path you are walking, though uncertain at times, is paved with divine providence. As you step forward, embracing faith and trusting in God's guidance, it is important to understand the significance of God's perfect timing. The Lord is never early and never late. His timing is always perfect, but this can sometimes be difficult to embrace, especially when the road ahead seems unclear, and you may feel the urge to rush ahead or take matters into your own hands. We are often a product of our environment, where instant gratification is encouraged, and waiting is considered a burden. However, in God's kingdom, there is power in waiting on His timing. His timing doesn't just shape the events of your life. It shapes you. It refines you, strengthens you, and prepares you for the divine purpose He has set before you. It is in waiting that you become who He intended you to be: patient, humble, and fully reliant on His sovereignty. God's timing isn't something that can be rushed or manipulated. His plans are far greater than anything you could ever imagine. His timing may not always align with your desires or your sense of urgency, but His perfect plan is unfolding with each moment. Consider the story of Abraham and Sarah, who waited for decades for the promised child. In the midst of their waiting, they tried to take matters into their own hands. But it was only when Sarah, at the age of 90, bore Isaac that God's timing became unmistakably clear. God's promises are not based on our timetable, but His timing is always right, even when it seems delayed. God is never too late. It's easy to get discouraged when it feels like the world is moving forward while you are still waiting for your breakthrough. The desires of your heart may seem distant, and the plans God has for you may feel uncertain. But it's in these moments of waiting and trusting that you are becoming more prepared for what's to come. God is doing a work in you while you wait. You are not stagnant. You are being molded. Remember, the wait is never wasted. While you may feel like you're stuck, God is preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. The waiting is often the most transformative period of your life. Think of David, who was anointed king as a young shepherd boy, but had to wait years before he actually stepped into the role. During his time as a fugitive, David learned to rely on God, to trust in His provision, and to grow into the leader that Israel needed. If David had not waited, if he had not endured the hardships, he may not have been ready for the task that lay ahead. His time in the wilderness was necessary for his spiritual growth and leadership. In the same way, your time of waiting is preparation. The struggles you face today, The challenges that seem impossible and the moments of uncertainty are all part of your divine training. God is equipping you to handle the blessings and responsibilities that are to come. You may not see the full picture now, but every step you take in faith is leading you closer to the plans He has for you. As you wait, be encouraged that God has already gone ahead of you. The path may not be clear to you now, but He is directing your steps. He knows the end from the beginning, and He is orchestrating everything for your good. Just as the Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years, not knowing exactly what the future held, but trusting that God was leading them to the promised land, so too are you being guided by the hand of the Almighty. He is your shepherd, and He leads you beside still waters. Even when the journey feels long and arduous, you are not alone in your waiting. Just as the Lord was with Abraham, David, and countless others who trusted in His timing, He is with you now. In the midst of your waiting, you may not see the full picture yet, but trust that He is working behind the scenes. While you wait, He is preparing opportunities, making connections, and aligning circumstances that will fulfill His promises to you. The wait is not wasted. It is the moment where God works in ways you cannot see, shaping and preparing you for the incredible purpose that lies ahead. You may be wondering, how do I embrace God's timing when everything around me is moving so quickly? The answer is simple: surrender. Surrender your plans, your expectations, and your timeline to Him. The more you cling to your own sense of control, the more you hinder God's work in your life. Let go of the need to have all the answers. Trust that He knows the way, even when you can't see the full path. Let His peace guard your heart as you wait, knowing that His timing is perfect and His provision is sufficient. There will be moments when you feel frustrated, when the waiting seems unbearable, and when it feels like nothing is changing. But in those moments, know that God is still working. In the stillness, He is moving mountains. In the quiet, He is preparing the way for your breakthrough. Every moment of waiting is drawing you closer to the person He has called you to be. Every challenge is shaping you. Every delay is preparing you for something greater. Trust in His timing. His plan is unfolding at the perfect moment. As you step forward, embracing God's timing, remember that He has already prepared a way for you. Your path is divinely ordered. You are not walking in the unknown. You are walking in the footsteps of a God who sees the end from the beginning. Trust in His perfect timing, knowing that His plan for you is far greater than anything you could imagine. You are being positioned, molded, and prepared for the greatness that lies ahead. The wait will soon be over, and when it is, you will step into a season of divine provision, favor, and blessing. For now, keep trusting, keep waiting, and keep moving forward in faith, for God is always on time, and His plans for you are always worth the wait. Chosen one, as you continue this journey, it's crucial to understand that the period of waiting is not one of inactivity, but of divine preparation. God does not keep you in a holding pattern without purpose. Every season of waiting, every moment of uncertainty is part of His master plan to prepare you for the calling He has placed on your life. Preparation is the key to walking into the new path He has set for you, and it is often in these moments of preparation that your spiritual muscles are built, your character is refined, and your faith is strengthened. In the natural world, the greatest athletes spend years in training before they reach their full potential. They endure rigorous preparation because they understand that the rewards of success come only after discipline, effort, and perseverance. In much the same way, God's divine preparation for your life is designed to equip you for the greatness that He has in store for you. This time of preparation is crucial. Without it, you would not be able to fully walk in the purpose and destiny that God has called you to, take a moment to reflect on Moses. His journey to becoming the leader who would lead the Israelites out of Egypt wasn't instantaneous. He spent 40 years in the wilderness, tending sheep before he ever stepped into his divine calling. But during those 40 years, God was not idle. He was shaping Moses' character, teaching him humility, and preparing him for the monumental task ahead. Moses might have seen those years as lost or wasted, but God was working behind the scenes, preparing him for the moment when he would stand before Pharaoh and demand the release of God's people. The challenges you face today are not meaningless. God is preparing you for what's ahead. The trials you endure are refining you, purifying you, and making you strong. Every setback is a setup for a greater breakthrough. Every disappointment is an opportunity to trust God more deeply. Every delay is an invitation to grow in faith and perseverance. Remember Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his own brothers, wrongfully imprisoned, and forgotten for years. It seemed like his dreams would never come true. Yet, God was using that time to prepare Joseph for leadership in Egypt, a role that would ultimately save the lives of many, including his own family. God's preparation for Joseph didn't come without pain, but it was necessary to fulfill the greater purpose he had for him. Your story is no different. Every step you take in this season, even when it seems like nothing is happening, is positioning you for what's to come. You may feel overlooked, or you may feel like you're in a season of obscurity, but God is positioning you for greatness. Like the shepherds in the fields or David tending sheep, the seemingly insignificant moments of your life are part of the greater tapestry that God is weaving. You are being shaped, formed, and refined for the calling that He has placed on your life. Sometimes we are tempted to rush ahead, to step into our calling before we are fully prepared. We see others around us moving forward, achieving success, and we can feel like we're being left behind. It's important to remember that God's timing is perfect. You may feel like you're standing still, but God is preparing you for something far beyond what you can imagine. In His time, He will open doors that no one can shut, and He will place you exactly where you need to be. The Apostle Paul knew what it was like to wait. For years, he was in the background, learning, growing, and preparing. His time in the wilderness was a time of divine preparation. When the moment came, Paul stepped into his ministry with boldness and confidence, and the world was forever changed. Your time is coming. God is preparing you for something amazing, and although it may feel like you're in a holding pattern, know that He is working behind the scenes. In your season of preparation, God is also deepening your relationship with Him. As you grow in intimacy with the Lord, you are better able to hear His voice, understand His direction, and follow His guidance. He is teaching you patience, humility, and obedience. The more you seek His presence, the more He reveals to you about your purpose and the steps you need to take. Take time each day to spend with the Lord, even if you feel like nothing is happening. Seek His guidance in prayer. Spend time in His Word. Even in the mundane, He is working. Even in the silence, He is preparing. But trust that He is guiding your steps. His path is always the right path, and His timing is always perfect. As you continue to wait, remember that God's preparation is never in vain. When the time is right, He will open doors for you that no man can shut. He will position you exactly where you need to be. He is not a God of confusion or accidents. His plans for you are intentional, and He is working everything for your good. Your preparation may take time. It may feel like you're waiting for something that seems far off, but as you trust God and allow Him to shape you, you will see that the waiting is worth it. Every step you take in faith is a step closer to the fulfillment of His plan for you. You are not just waiting, you are being prepared for a great purpose. God is aligning everything in your life to fulfill His greater vision. Trust Him in the process, even when it's hard to see the bigger picture. Remember that His plan is perfect. He is preparing you for greatness, and when the time comes, you will be ready to step into your calling with confidence and strength. Chosen one, there comes a moment in every journey when waiting is no longer the primary task. There is a time when preparation transitions into action, and that moment is now. God has prepared you in ways that you might not even fully comprehend yet, but the time for bold action has arrived. No longer are you to stay in the background, wondering if you are ready. You are ready. And just as He called Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egypt and Joseph to govern Egypt, He is calling you to step out and walk boldly into the destiny He has already written for you. You see, faith without action is not truly faith. Yes, it's good to pray, to seek guidance, and to wait on God's timing. But true faith is taking what you've learned and moving forward with the assurance that God will guide you. This is the step you have been preparing for, the step where your preparation meets action and your trust in God fuels your movement. You are not stepping into the unknown alone. You are walking in His divine direction. It may seem daunting to take that first step, especially when the path ahead is unclear. But faith thrives in uncertainty. It is when we cannot see the full picture that God's strength shines brightest. He does not call you to step into easy circumstances, but to trust Him enough to take the step, regardless of the challenges. Remember that God never promised a smooth path, but He promised that He would be with you every step of the way. Just as David faced Goliath, he did so with a heart full of faith, not because the battle would be easy, but because he knew that God was with him. When the Lord has prepared you for a task, He will give you everything you need to succeed, even if it means stepping into a battle that seems impossible. The battle is not yours alone. The battle belongs to the Lord, and He will fight for you, providing the tools, the strength, and the wisdom you need to overcome every obstacle that stands before you. Moses was hesitant when God first called him to confront Pharaoh. He questioned his own abilities and doubted whether the people would even listen to him. But God did not let him stay in that place of doubt. God provided Moses with everything he needed, from Aaron's help to the miracles that would prove God's power to Pharaoh. What God requires of you is not perfection, but faith in His ability to equip you for what He has called you to do. You may find yourself in a similar position, wondering if you are truly equipped to step into your divine purpose. The answer is yes. God has already placed everything you need inside of you. You are His chosen vessel, and He has prepared you for this very moment. You are capable because He has made you capable. Your only task now is to walk in the confidence that comes with knowing He will never call you to something without equipping you for it. Faith requires you to move despite your doubts, despite the uncertainties. God doesn't need you to have all the answers. He simply needs you to take the first step. Just like the Israelites crossing the Jordan River, they had to step into the water before the river parted. You, too, must take that first step in faith, trusting that as you move forward, God will make a way where there seems to be no way. The action is yours, but the power is His. As you step into the new season, you will face opposition. There will be voices that doubt you, both from within and without, but God's voice is greater than all others. The opinions of others do not matter. The opinions of your own doubts do not matter. The only thing that matters is that you are walking in alignment with His purpose for your life. The first step is always the hardest, but it's the most crucial. Once you take that first step, everything else falls into place. And God's strength will uphold you when you feel weak. He has already laid out your path, and He has already walked it before you. You do not go into the unknown alone. He is with you, walking beside you, guiding every step. Francis boldly embraced his calling to serve the poor. Despite the rich life he could have continued to live. So too, are you called to embrace the fullness of your divine purpose. No matter what it may require, he left behind his wealth and status to follow the path that God had laid before him. And in doing so, he became one of the most impactful figures in history. Known for his humility, his compassion, and his unwavering faith, St. Francis's legacy teaches us that true greatness is not about personal achievement, but about serving God and others. Your path may not look like the world's idea of success, but in God's eyes, it is the most significant path you could walk. The greatest reward you will receive is not in material wealth, but in the fulfillment of your purpose and the peace that comes with knowing you are walking in the will of God. As you step forward, know that God will continue to direct your steps. Your faith is not just for the moments of ease, but for the challenges. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that God's power is made perfect in your weakness. He will carry you through the battles, He will guide you through the challenges, and He will lead you into the fullness of the purpose He has prepared for you. In these moments of stepping forward, take a deep breath. Know that you are not walking alone. God has already prepared the way. You are ready for this, chosen one. Now, take that step and trust that everything you need will be provided. The world awaits your light, and you are ready to shine. Chosen one, as you continue to walk in the light of God's calling, it becomes ever more clear that your journey is not one of random chance. It is a path carefully laid out by a divine hand, crafted with intention, purpose, and a deep understanding of who you are meant to become. Your life is part of a much greater plan, one that stretches far beyond your understanding, yet is intricately tied to the divine will of God. At this moment in your life, the path ahead may seem uncertain, or perhaps you may feel the weight of the task before you. But know this, the very fact that you are questioning, seeking, and yearning for more is a sign that God is drawing you near to something beautiful, something purposeful. You are not meant to remain stagnant. You are being called to rise higher, to walk with clarity, and to embrace your divine destiny. God's plan for you is not just about the individual moments in your life. It is about your legacy, your impact, and how you will contribute to the unfolding of His kingdom on earth. You were created for this, chosen one. Your talents, your gifts, your heart, they are all meant to bring glory to God and to serve His purpose. As you embrace your divine mission, know that each step forward is a step closer to the fulfillment of His plan for you. You may wonder at times if you're truly capable of the calling placed before you, but let me remind you of something. You are more than enough. In the same way that God called Moses to lead a nation despite his feelings of inadequacy, He is calling you to rise, to lead, and to become the person you were destined to be. It is not about your own strength. It is about yielding to the power and purpose of God that works within you. Sometimes, the journey will require you to leave behind what is familiar. It may ask you to step outside your comfort zone, to face challenges that seem insurmountable, and to trust God in ways that feel uncomfortable. But this is exactly where your growth will come from the stretching of your faith, from embracing the discomfort, and from trusting that He is with you every step of the way. Just as St. Francis stepped away from the wealth and comforts of his former life to answer the call of God, so too will you find that the true fulfillment in life comes not from what you accumulate, but from what you give away. When St. Francis was called to follow Christ more closely, he left behind the luxuries of his family's wealth and instead chose a life of service, love, and simplicity. He embraced the calling without hesitation, knowing that the path he was walking would lead him to greater peace and purpose than any material wealth ever could. In the same way, you are being called to leave behind anything that hinders you from walking in your full purpose. Your journey is one of sacrifice, not because God desires you to suffer, but because true joy and fulfillment are found in surrendering to His will. There is freedom in letting go of the things that hold you back, and with each release, there is a greater space for God to fill with His peace, His wisdom, and His strength. You may feel the weight of responsibility on your shoulders, but let me remind you, this weight is not yours alone to bear. God has never asked you to walk this path without providing the necessary strength and support. His presence will sustain you in every moment when you feel weak. His strength will make you strong. When you feel uncertain, His wisdom will guide you. When you feel lost, He will be your compass, your light, and your way. God's plan is not just about the destination, but about the transformation that happens along the way. Each day, you are being shaped into the person you are meant to be. Every trial, every triumph, every step of faith is part of God's refining process. You are being formed into a vessel that will carry His glory and His love into the world. And in this process, you will discover a deeper peace, a deeper connection to God, and a deeper understanding of your divine purpose. As you walk this journey, remember that it is not just about what you do, but also about who you become. You are becoming the very person God intended for you to be. And the more you surrender to Him, the more you will reflect His love, His grace, and His goodness in the world around you. In the same way that St. Francis's life was marked by humility and service, your life too will become a reflection of God's love to those around you. Your calling may not look like the world's idea of success, but it is perfectly crafted to fulfill God's kingdom purposes. Whether in the big moments or the small ones, your life will be a witness to His faithfulness, His power, and His transformative love. As you continue to walk in faith, embracing the path God has set before you, know that you are never alone. His presence is with you, guiding you, sustaining you, and empowering you to fulfill the divine purpose He has placed on your life. Trust in His plan, chosen one, and know that it is good. The light you carry will shine brightly in the darkness, bringing hope and healing to a broken world. And as you walk this path with courage, faith, and love, remember, your mission is not just for you, but for the world. The world needs your light, your voice, your heart, and your service. Step boldly into it and allow God to use you for His glory. Chosen one, as you continue on this path, the weight of divine purpose becomes clearer. The closer you draw to God, the more you begin to understand that His will is not merely something you walk toward, but something you are being shaped by each and every day. As you begin to embrace the fullness of your mission, you are given a unique opportunity to walk in divine alignment, moving forward in faith, not just to reach a destination, but to be transformed along the way. Your journey, like the journey of those who have gone before you, will demand courage. Just as St. Francis faced moments of doubt and fear when he embraced his calling, so will you be asked to step out in faith, even when the path seems unclear. But remember, the same God who led him through the wilderness will lead you through yours. Trusting God's will is not always easy. In a world where self-reliance and independence are celebrated, surrendering to God's divine plan can feel counterintuitive. Yet, God calls you to a higher way of living, one that places your trust not in your own understanding, but in His perfect wisdom. When you place your faith in Him, He guides your steps, even when you cannot see the next one clearly. God's ways are higher than your ways, and His plans are infinitely better than what you could ever imagine for yourself, this is where your transformation begins, by trusting that His plan for you is better than your own. It is about realizing that the path you walk is not just a set of isolated events, but a divine design that stretches far beyond the here and now. The challenges you face, the successes you experience, and the people you encounter, they are all part of a greater picture. God sees the full story, and it is a story of redemption, of His kingdom coming to earth through you. In these moments of doubt, remember that you are not walking alone. God is with you every step of the way. You may not always understand the process, but you can trust the one who is leading you. His timing is perfect, even when you feel rushed or unsure. His presence is constant, even when the world around you feels chaotic or uncertain. In the quiet moments, He will whisper His guidance. In the loud moments, He will be your anchor. Walking in God's will also means learning to accept the rhythm of His timing. St. Francis understood that his life was not his own to control. He trusted in God's plan for him, even when it didn't make sense. That same trust is what God calls you to cultivate. It is not about striving to make things happen on your own or trying to force doors open that are meant to stay closed. It is about learning to rest in God's plan and to trust that everything will fall into place according to His timing, not yours. This is the heart of true faith. You might feel frustrated at times, like things are moving too slowly or not happening the way you expect, but God's timing is always perfect, and He is never late. What may seem like a delay to you is simply an opportunity for God to prepare you for what's ahead. He is not withholding anything from you, but rather, He is making sure you are ready to step into the fullness of what He has prepared. This doesn't mean you will never face obstacles. On the contrary, obstacles are part of the process. They serve to refine you, to make you stronger, and to shape you into the person God created you to be. But in the midst of every challenge, you will find His presence and His power. You are being transformed. Chosen one, you are not who you used to be, and you will not remain where you are now. God is leading you from strength to strength, and with each step forward, you are becoming more aligned with His will. Embrace the fact that God's plan for you is so much bigger than anything you can see, just like St. Francis was willing to give up his comfortable life to follow God's call. You are being asked to relinquish control over your future. Trusting God's plan means releasing your hold on what you think is best for your life. It means opening your heart to the possibility that His plan for you is more expansive than your own dreams. The key to walking in God's will is learning to let go of your own limitations. Your mind may try to tell you that you're not equipped for the task ahead, but God is not asking you to do this alone. He is giving you everything you need to fulfill your purpose. The same God who called you has equipped you. You have been given everything you need: wisdom, strength, courage, and grace to fulfill your calling. When you walk in God's will, there is no fear. Fear only arises when you try to walk outside of God's plan. But when you trust Him and align your steps with His, you are walking in the security of His protection. You are walking in His peace, and His peace surpasses all understanding. It will guard your heart and your mind, even in the most trying of circumstances. The path that God has laid before you will not always be easy, but it is the path that will lead you to true fulfillment. You will face hardships and trials, but through them, you will grow stronger, and with each step, you will come closer to the person you were created to be. And every choice you make to walk in faith brings you one step closer to the fullness of your destiny. In moments of doubt, turn to God in prayer. Let His word guide you. Lean not on your own understanding, but on the knowledge that He is leading you, step by step. In His perfect way, He will give you everything you need for each day, and He will always be with you as you walk through the unknown. Trust that He is unfolding His plan in your life, and that in every circumstance, He is working all things together for your good. With each act of faith, with each step of surrender, you are fulfilling the calling God has placed on your life. Embrace His will for you and watch as He uses you to bring light, healing, and transformation to the world.